We love a good cheeseburger, and I bet you do too. That's why you clicked on this video. So of course you've got a traditional cheeseburger, but sometimes you just want the flavor of a cheeseburger, but maybe in a different way. So today I'm gonna share with you 5 different recipes that do exactly that, and we all love them. Hey y'all, I'm Mandy, and this is Mandy in the Making. If you love tater tot casseroles, you're gonna love this one. This one is a cheeseburger tater tot casserole. It got a thumbs up from us. Tonight's meal is buffalo cheeseburger tater tot casserole. Gracie, are you gonna love it? She's like, I know it has cheese, so yes.
How easy can it be?
Well, you could buy already shredded cheese, but y'all know I have this really great cheese shredder. So I'm gonna shred my cheese, I'm gonna chop up some onions and mince some garlic, and that's it. Then we're headed over to the stove. The recipe calls for 3 cloves of garlic. I had 2 large cloves and a couple of small cloves. We need 2 cups of shredded cheddar cheese. So I'm gonna do this. It might help if I scoot that there. I'm gonna do this entire block. So I've got this large cast iron skillet heating up to about medium-high heat. You want to use either an oven-safe skillet, or you're just gonna have to cook everything in a skillet and then transfer it over to a baking dish. I do have the oven preheating to 375. Now that this is up to temperature, I'm gonna add a little bit of olive oil to the bottom. We're gonna put in 1 pound of lean ground beef. I'm gonna add a little more olive oil to the skillet because I do want to add in my onions and my garlic. Let me tell you what, taking my vitamins has never been a favorite part of my day until I discovered Mary Ruth's Organics. I would like to thank them for sponsoring this portion of today's video. As I'm getting older, I'm realizing the importance of taking supplements and noticing the gaps in my nutrition and noticing I need to take those supplements. However, when you have a whole handful of capsules, it's not fun. It's not fun to have to swallow all of those. It's just... Enter Mary Ruth's Organics. They have a ton of options that are in liquid form. They also have gummy form. Their liquids and their gummies taste amazing, so it makes vitamin time a lot better. They've got the traditional multivitamins for infants all the way up to someone who's over 40. And that just so happens to be my favorite Mary Ruth product is the Women's 40 Plus Multivitamin Liposomal. It is in the flavor Vanilla Peach, and it is something I look forward to every single morning. It's in my fridge. When I'm going to make my coffee, I grab my creamer out to make my coffee. I also grab my multivitamin. I just take it by the spoonful, so you just take a tablespoonful, but you could definitely mix it into like a smoothie or something if you wanted to as well. Our hormones change once we hit 40 and as we're aging, and that's exactly what this multivitamin targets. It has hormonal support, which is super important. Another really great one that I like to take is their zinc. It's an unflavored liquid. It's got like a little dropper. And zinc is super important for your immune function. So this is something that I can just put in water. You can just put it in whatever, it's unflavored, and you're getting your zinc for the day. A newer one to me is this Joint Health. So if you don't know, I have psoriatic arthritis. So because of that, my joints need some extra help. And I've just recently started taking this. So check back later to see what I think about the benefits of this. But I love that they have this option too. Those are just a few of the lots and lots of vitamins that they offer. So go check them out either on their website, or you can also check them out on Amazon. When you go and do your cart and decide which ones are for you, just use the code MRO Mandy to save 20% at checkout. That's either on their website or on Amazon. But if it's on Amazon, just make sure it's not from a third-party seller. You want to make sure it's from Mary Ruth's. Otherwise, the code won't work. Go check them out and start taking your vitamins in a much easier and happier and tastier way. This is cooking. I'm going to add a little bit of salt and pepper. While our ground beef is still cooking, I'm gonna go ahead and measure out 3/4 a cup of our buffalo sauce. So I don't have to drain any grease because this was 93.7. So now I'm gonna add in some Rotel, some diced tomatoes with green chilies. My grocery store subbed and gave me the kind with no salt added. That's why I added a little extra salt in the beginning. Let's add in our buffalo sauce, 3/4 a cup. I'm just gonna go ahead and turn this off because this is all gonna go in the oven for 30 minutes. It doesn't need to be on any longer. All right, do we arrange them all pretty? It's gonna get covered with cheese. I'm thinking I just throw them on here and just kind of even them out.
That's what I think.
Yeah. This is a 28-ounce bag of frozen tater tots. I'm just gonna try to get them as much in a single layer as possible. This is going in the oven at 375 for 30 minutes uncovered. And then after 30 minutes, we'll add the rest of the cheese on top and just let that melt.
More cheese?
More cheese.
Yum.
It's been 30 minutes. Let's add the remainder of the cheese on top, and we're gonna pop it back in the oven for another 5 to 10 minutes, just until the cheese is completely melted. And then it's gonna be time to eat.
This has all the makings of a great meal.
Yeah, man. A crowd pleaser, I think.
Wow. It's a Steven pleaser for sure.
I'm so happy.
Man, that is really good. Really spicy. The buffalo sauce definitely comes through.
Yeah.
It's like a chili. It's like a chili, but just
With tater tots on top.
tater tots on top.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Cole is here. He's just not in here yet. He'll be here in just a second, so we'll get his input in just a minute. But I love this, but I will tell you it is pretty spicy. And for that reason, someone is only giving it 1 thumb up, 1 thumbs up. Here we go. I'm not even going there.
1 thumbs up.
But he said it's really good. It's just a little too spicy for him. If you like spicy, you're going to love this. The older Cole gets, the less he likes spicy. Not like over the top spicy. This is like making my nose run spicy. Not too long ago, I did a video on using Velveeta in several different recipes, and one of those recipes was a cheeseburger mac and cheese. So good. It's like the traditional kind of hamburger helper, but better because you made it all from scratch-ish. So let's do it. The first recipe we're making tonight is similar to like a hamburger helper. It is Velveeta Cheeseburger Mac and Cheese. This thing is honking big. It is 32 ounces. We only need 8 ounces of this. So we need a quarter of this tonight. So I will chop that up in a minute. But first things first, let's head over to the stovetop and brown our ground beef. Hi. Okay, let's throw this in here. I haven't even turned it on yet. It might help. It'll cook a little bit faster if you turn it on. There's a tip from Mandy. I just made our coffee creamer. It is over here cooling before I put it in the container. We've been making our own coffee creamer for 6 or 8 months now. I haven't bought coffee creamer in that long, and it's been glorious. I really love doing it. Okay, something it does not call for, but we love, is onion. So let's dice up some onion to throw in here with our ground beef. It calls for onion powder, which I'm not mad at. We can still do that, but I'm gonna throw a little bit of onion in there. And it also does not call for garlic, but I'm gonna put that in there. So, don't you love how I'm just making up the recipe as I go? Okay, my coffee creamer is done. If you're interested, it is basically just a can of sweetened condensed milk and about 2 cups of half and half. And then I add about a tablespoon of vanilla and I just warm it through. And I have this cute little container that has the pour spout on it and the handle. And it works wonderfully. This will last us about a week and a half. And then I'll make another batch. Our ground beef is done. I did drain some of it, or put a paper towel in there and drain off some of the grease. Now I'm adding in my water. I've got 2 3/4 cup of water. We're also gonna add in our ketchup. I have a new bottle here, but that's because this has just got just a tiny little bit. You need about 1/3 cup. Oh, excuse you. You need about 1/3 cup of ketchup. I'm gonna add in a little bit of onion powder, even though I did add the onion. And then I'm gonna add some garlic powder because we love garlic. No big shock there, right? And we're gonna bring this to a boil. So I am gonna turn up the heat just a little bit. It's pretty much already to the highest temperature I can do it with this pan. This pan, you don't cook on high with these caraway pans, which is fine, but I put it on medium high. So let's bring that up to a boil before we add in our elbow macaroni. The recipe calls for 2 cups of uncooked elbow macaroni. We're gonna add that into our boiling water. This is giving me red macaroni vibes. If you know, you know. Now we're gonna cover it. I'm gonna turn the temperature down just a little bit, and we're just gonna cook it until the macaroni is cooked. So I'll just keep an eye on it. I'm guessing 7 or 8 minutes, but we'll see. I'm so excited. It tells you exactly the ounce mark. So I need 8 ounces, so I know exactly where to cut. That's so smart. Okay, it has been 7 or 8 minutes. It's almost there. I'm gonna give it another minute or 2. Okay, I added like maybe a half a cup of water, not that much. I'm gonna turn the heat up just a little bit. And I'm gonna let this hang out for probably 2 more minutes. Yeah, we're eating dinner late tonight. Okay, it is done now. So at this point, all we do is take our 8 ounces of cubed Velveeta, and we're just gonna drop that in here and stir it around until it's all melted. Ma'am. Somebody said cheese. She said, wait a minute, we're doing a whole video about cheese? This is a really quick dinner. I mean, you could definitely do this as a side dish if you wanted to, but I feel like the ground beef means that it's dinner. Which in our household tonight, this is dinner. Ooh, this is getting really cheesy really quickly. I also turned it down to about medium low. I'm worried about the seasonings. I don't feel like there was a ton of seasoning, so I'm gonna check it. I did throw a little bit of black pepper in there when I was not filming, but I'm gonna check the seasonings and make sure that they're right before I say dinner is ready. And then I do that. Trying to get like a cute shot, a good food shot, cinematic, and then we just fog it up. Okay, I just took a bite. Overall, I think it's pretty perfect. Although I do think I could add just a little more salt. We didn't add salt. I'm guessing the Velveeta has salt in it, but I'm adding just a little bit more. Now I deem this ready. Let's plate this up. You know what would look pretty on top? Some green onion. Dinner ready in like 20 minutes. Guarantee you it's going to be a crowd pleaser. Bon appetit.
Well, that's looking good.
It is.
What you think? I know.
You missed the drama in here with Gracie a few minutes ago. They don't know nothing about it. I'll tell you about it off camera. It is not appetizing talk.
Me.
It's hot. It's real hot.
My finger just burnt off.
Why?
Because I had my finger underneath the bowl.
Oh, underneath it. I was like, did you stick your finger
like a
in
smart
it?
person. All right, ready? Wait a minute. Okay.
Tink.
One more time.
Tink.
All right. Tink.
Tink.
That's comfort food right there.
Yeah, it is.
It's like a red spice. I don't know.
No, I got ketchup in there.
Ketchup?
Mm-hmm. I'm very hot.
I'll blow it off. It's not bad. It's very cheesy.
Well, do you know why?
It's probably got cream cheese in it.
No.
What you got in there? Velveeta.
You hear Gracie? She's like, this whole video is about cheese, and I ain't had not one little bite of it.
But yeah, it's like kicking mac and cheese up a notch.
It is. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, I think that's a good use of Velveeta cheese.
Oh, yeah.
Really good use. This would be like easy, cheap.
Yes.
You know,
budget friendly.
Yeah, budget friendly.
And I feel like the kids would love it.
Oh, yeah.
Even your picky eaters. Unless they're a picky eater like Hank, my nephew, who doesn't like pasta.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with him. You can check his head.
Anyway, this is a good one. If you've been around for a while, you know our favorite soup is cheeseburger soup. I have 2 different versions of it. And this particular version I'm going to share with you is great for the summertime because you can make it all in the crock pot. It just makes it super easy to do. You're getting those cheeseburger flavors in a soup. It's so good. We found this recipe maybe a month ago or so, and we've fallen in love with it. It's really easy. The longest part of it is just chopping up all the stuff that goes in it. So in the crock pot, these are our 4 potatoes, just the russet potatoes, small ones, diced up. 1 stalk of celery diced, 1 cup of shredded carrots, and 1 onion in here, chopped up. So all of that is going to go in, along with 3 cups of chicken broth, a teaspoon of basil, and a teaspoon of parsley. I'll just eyeball that. And then you just put that on low for 6 to 8 hours, or on high for about 4 hours. And then I'll show you what we do after that. All right, so it's been 5 hours. Like, there's 5 minutes left on the timer. Ideally, around 45 minutes or so left on the timer, you would come and start this. I just let time get away from me. But this is just a pound of ground beef. And once I brown that up, I'll drain it and add it directly to the crock pot. And then in this hot skillet, I'm going to put 3 tablespoons of butter and 1/4 cup of flour and whisk that around until it becomes golden brown and bubbly. Then I'll add in 2 cups of milk and stir that through and heat that through, and then add it into here, as well as 2 cups of shredded cheese. You could use Velveeta if you wanted to use Velveeta, or you can use shredded cheese, the recipe says. Also, and you'll just add in like a 1/2 teaspoon or so of each of these, salt and pepper, and then let that sit for 30 more minutes. So that's why you kind of start the process 45 minutes ahead of time. It gives you a few minutes to get this stuff done, add it in there, and then that's gonna sit in there for 30 minutes, and then it'll be time to eat. All right, y'all, so it's been 30 minutes, and it is done. Look at that. It's so good. It really is just like a cheeseburger. It's so great. I didn't make anything else to go with this tonight. It is just a soup night. So let's eat. Now, because it is summertime, you may want more of a salad. But if you love a Big Mac, make you a Big Mac salad. That's where it's at. I'm gonna be making a Big Mac salad. So we're going a little bit lighter and leaner tonight. So we're gonna get that Big Mac flavor, but without all of the calories. We're gonna get started by making the sauce first. So I've got some Duke's mayonnaise here. We need about a 1/2 cup. We need some grated onion. I've already grated mine. Let's add that in. I'm doing a little less grated onion than it calls for. That's just personal preference. We need a couple of tablespoons of ketchup, a tablespoon of sweet pickle relish, brand new jar, can't open it. Gonna use my handy dandy little, I'm telling you, this thing is the best. Okay, a tablespoon of that. A couple of teaspoons of yellow mustard. Did you see that? Yep, 1, 2. A teaspoon of white vinegar. And then we just need about a 1/4 teaspoon of paprika. That is our sauce, our Big Mac sauce. And it's also gonna be the dressing for our salad. I'm gonna pop a lid on this, and it's gonna go in the fridge while I prep everything for the salad. I'll taste it. Okay. I'm glad I tasted it. I'm gonna add a tad more ketchup. This is not the same spoon I just took a taste test with. I wanted a little more of that ketchup flavor in there. Yep. Perfection. That's good. Pop the lid on. Okay, so we're just going to brown the ground beef, and then we will season it afterwards. This is a really lean ground beef. I won't have much fat to drain off of it, but you may want to cook yours, drain it, and then season it. I washed my romaine lettuce. You could use iceberg if you wanted to, but I'm going to tear it and put it in here and dry it. I left my mustard there. It's decoration. I got this salad spinner thingy at TJ Maxx years ago, and I love it. Okay, let me start adding this to my salad bowl. Okay, so this is finished cooking. I have turned off the heat. We're gonna add in some seasonings. You need about a teaspoon of salt, a 1/2 teaspoon of pepper, about a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, and a dash of the Dub sauce. I do a lot of dashes. Let's just mix that together, and then we're just gonna put it over here on a plate so it'll start cooling off. We don't want it to go onto our salad hot. Okay, it's time to serve our salads. I was just gonna do it all here, but it's gonna make it a little bit harder to get all of the parts of the salad in each bowl. It's just me and Steven here tonight. Cole loves a Big Mac, and he loves salad, so he's missing out.
I like Big Macs too.
Well, I know you do, but I'm just saying Cole's missing out.
Yeah.
All right, Steven's gonna add in our ground beef on one side, or in the middle, it doesn't really matter. You do it how you want to. He started in the middle and I said side, so it is what it is.
Look, I'm just following directions. I just eat.
Okay. You're just the eater.
That's right, I'm eating.
Now I'm gonna add some cheddar cheese. We have a Zaxby's near us. They serve chicken. I don't know if you know. I don't think it's all over the US, but their salads, this is how they prepare their salads. Whenever you get it, they're all in different sections and you have to mix it all together. What else we got?
We got some onions.
Onion. Do it to it. Okay, we're gonna add some maters.
Some pickles on there.
We got pickles.
Oh, mine on top.
Hey, go over there in the fridge and we've got the Big Mac sauce.
Oh, can't forget that.
I mean,
oh man, that smells good.
That's what makes the whole salad.
I'm gonna drizzle it with a spoon.
Well, that's just pretty.
Yeah.
She's so pretty.
Gonna be pretty good.
Here, you want some cheese?
Golly.
There you go. Y'all, I gave it to her, I promise, or else she would still be screaming. Okay.
We made a little mess right there.
That's all right. Let's eat.
These are mine. I don't know where yours is at.
What you think?
I think this is gonna be amazing.
I think it's gonna be really good.
But we gotta get all the pieces.
Right, you gotta get a little bit of each thing on your fork.
Gotta get a little bit of everything on here. Wow. That is a Big Mac in a bowl.
That is awesome.
You did good.
Thanks.
That's amazing.
I'm so excited.
Wow. Presentation wise, I love it. But however, I think mixing it all in there together would be more functional.
Well, of course, yeah. For the picture,
I mean, I guess
to make it look pretty, you want to do it that way, but then kind of mixing it all together once it's on the plate.
If you're trying to impress, you know, maybe
sure.
do it that way, but functionally you
want to toss it.
Just put it in there.
If when you think about cheeseburgers, you automatically think about fries too, this recipe is for you. This is a cheeseburger and fries casserole. Tonight's hubby supper is very similar to a tater tot casserole, but it's basically called cheeseburger and fries casserole. This recipe comes from Carol. Carol says that she loves to cook, and she even had her own catering business at one point, and she's worked in the food industry in the past. She said that all of their family and friends know that she is the one that loves to cook and loves to try new things. I can completely relate to this next thing that she said. She said that her husband of 36 years doesn't mind that she likes to try all these new things. Y'all know Steven doesn't mind either. She loves to cook so much that she said that she'll even find herself reading a cookbook like someone would be reading a novel. Now that is devotion to cooking. She said she has 3 grandsons that she really loves to cook for, and they spend the weekend with them quite often. This is one of the recipes that they ask for on a regular basis, so if it's good enough for them, and she is pretty much a professional cook, I'm gonna say it's gonna be good enough for us. Let's make it. Okay, to get started, I'm going to start by browning 2 pounds of ground beef. I'm also going to preheat our oven to 375. While our ground beef is starting to brown, I'm also going to add in about 1/2 of a medium onion diced. Okay, at this point it's pretty much cooked. I'm going to add in some garlic. You could always just do garlic powder if you wanted to. Our oven is ready. Okay, I went ahead and drained our grease off, and I turned off our heat. I'm gonna add in about a tablespoon of the Dub sauce. We're also just gonna season it with just a little bit of salt and pepper. Now let's add in our soups. I've got cheddar cheese soup and golden mushroom soup. Let's just give this a big stir and combine it all together, and then we're gonna go over to our casserole dish. Okay, I've got a 9x13 pan. I'm just going to spray it with some nonstick spray. And let's just transfer the cheeseburger mixture to the bottom of our dish. Now I've got 2 cups of cheese that I have shredded already. This is just cheddar cheese. I'm gonna put about 1/2 of it on now. And now we're just gonna cover it with our fries. These are crinkle cut fries. She did mention that those seem to do the best. I think she mentioned that she uses a 16-ounce bag. This is a 20-ounce bag. I feel like it's close enough. But she said you could use the shoestring fries or like a skinnier fry, but those tend to get a little harder quicker. So these are better to use. Okay, this is going in a 375-degree oven for about 20 minutes. Now that this has come out of the oven, we're gonna put the other cup of cheese on top and just put it back in long enough for the cheese to melt. And then it's gonna be time to eat.
This looks delicious.
It does look good. And
I'm all about some cheese fries.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah. And we brought some extra things in here, some hot sauce if we want it. I have the original Woo's. He has the, what's it called? Good Luck hot sauce.
That's the Woo's.
And then we also brought some of this firecracker sea salt. So we are ready.
Wow. Yes. Flavor of the meat.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yes.
Tastes like a cheeseburger.
Okay, good.
Yes, and then the fries with it. It's like, it's like when you get the cheesy fries or whatever.
Yeah.
It's very similar to that.
Kind of like the chili cheese fries type deal.
Like, yeah, the chili cheese fries type of thing.
Okay, gonna add some heat to it with the firecracker sea
that's
salt.
really good. Nice flavor. I like it. I like it actually. I like the texture of the fries. It's a little bit different than the
tater tots.
The tater tots.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. It's really
okay.
Good.
Awesome. Mm-hmm. She said her grandsons ask for it all the time, so they love this one. Ma'am, that is so rude. You've had cheese today. You're good to go. You keep pawing at me. Uh-huh. He loves the Woo sauce.
I put this on everything.
He really does. My official opinion is that I like the French fries on top better than I like tater tots on a casserole. I don't know. I just like the flavor. I like the texture. Everything better. I love the meat mixture. It's so good. And Stephen was saying, you could do a whole lot of things with this. You could dress this up just like a cheeseburger. So he was saying you could put pickles on top.
Yeah.
Or you could do mustard and ketchup, tomatoes, however you want to do it, because this is basically cheeseburger and fries, just a little bit different. Have you had any of these recipes? Which one do you plan on trying next? Let me know in the comments below. I always love hearing from you. Don't forget to go check out Mary Ruth Organics. You can go to their website or you can check them out on Amazon. And at checkout, if you will use the code MRO Mandy, you'll save 20% on your entire order. And it doesn't matter if you're a new customer or a returning customer. It works for everybody. Thank y'all for being here. Go eat a cheeseburger. I'll talk to you later. Bye.